Zeracol Hakathos here with Demonosophy and Beyond. Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Tonight I bring you another recording session with my student and spiritual sister Naomi. The entity we sought to connect with is none other than our mother Hekate. Through means of hypnotism, I sought to channel Hekate through Naomi to get a few answers. And since Naomi is familiar with who she is, there'd be no point in trying to verify the identity of the spirit coming through. One simply has to judge by the nature of the conversation whether a genuine connection was achieved. I had second thoughts, about actually posting this as a video because there is some personal information in there about some of the work that I'm doing currently that I'm not really keen on sharing too much details about at the moment. But since I've always been about being open and helping others learn, um, I decided to post this video anyway. So I hope you enjoy. And after the recording of the session, we'll come back and discuss what was going on at the time. All right. The day is November 5th, 2021.
November 6th.
Oh yeah, it's after 12:30. November 6th. If you want to be technical about it. All right. Let's see. I'm here with Naomi, and we are going to attempt to channel Hekate the similar way that we did with Tiamat. Let's see. Right now I'm burning sandalwood and rose incense. And, we need the music, the meditation music. We're putting on the music right now. And then really low. You just want to be background. Yeah, I guess that's okay. All right. So you ready, Naomi?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You and I are going to take a trip to see Queen Mother Hekate. Through you, if she is agreeable, I will channel her energy so I may communicate with her. Remember that should anything go wrong, you can always return here. But I am here, and so is Mom. Like in the last session, I'm going to count and guide you to the Great Titaness. I want you to focus solely on my voice and visualize your trip as I speak to you. When you return here, you'll have a sense of well-being, but also feel tired enough to sleep for the whole night. Okay, so gonna get ready to count after you're done vaping.
I have to set the stage.
You gotta set the stage. You done coughing? Get it all out. Okay. 1. I want you to relax. Let the tenseness in all your muscles drain away. Find comfort in the knowledge that you are home and with those who will keep you safe. 2. Let the stress of the day wash away like sand being taken by an ocean wave. All thoughts of the mundane drain away, leaving your mind clear. 3. Now you feel yourself start to separate gradually. Your astral self is starting to fall out of sync with your physical body. First, you begin to move your extremities, your fingers and toes. Then you begin to move your astral limbs until finally you can sit up. 4. You can see your physical self relaxing comfortably with me beside you. With no worries, you begin to float upwards. 5. You travel through your roof and can see your building along with the parking lot. Above you is a clear night sky. What's of particular interest is the moon. You can't see it right now, but you can sense its brightness. This is where you are headed. 6. Slowly you float upwards, gradually gaining speed. You pass through the clouds and feel a tingling sensation throughout your whole body. It's a pleasant feeling. 7. You look down to see the earth. It's a jewel decorated with different shades of brown, white, gray, blue, and green. You turn around and see the moon becoming bigger as it fills your vision. 8. You land on the moon and notice the dunes and craters. It's a barren and isolated place, but you are not alone. The eyes of Hekate are upon you. 9. The motherly aspect of Hekate appears before you as a regally beautiful, middle-aged woman with pale skin and a long flowing dress that appears to be made from darkness so thick that no light can penetrate it. She is accompanied by 2 large black dogs. They are friendly to you and allow you to pet them. 10. You embrace our mother and let her wrap you in a cloak of protective darkness. Here, you can heal both mentally and physically. Here, you can contemplate lessons taught to you. Meanwhile, Hekate sends an emissary to communicate with me through your physical body. I call to the spirit of Hekate and welcome you to this workspace. If you are here, can you let me know?
She's here.
Okay. So, is it a representative of Hekate, or is it Hekate herself?
It's Hekate herself. She looks really good.
As she always does. All right, welcome, Queen Mother. I seek your wisdom and guidance, and I ask if you will allow me to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. My first question is, how can I help Naomi to continue to progress spiritually?
Nurture her.
Can you be a little bit more descriptive? How do I go about that?
She needs to learn that not everyone's going to hurt her. And that's okay to trust some people.
Okay.
Not everyone's bad. Not everyone has bad intentions. She's okay.
Okay.
She's like a scared little dog,
A puppy.
if you will.
Okay. I'll do my best to take care of her. Um, can you give me any tips on opening a physical portal to the abyss?
She wants you to meditate.
Okay.
Sorry, it's me.
It's okay.
I think. No, don't go.
What's that?
How can you open a portal?
I need access to home. Okay, so you want me to meditate?
What I'm getting is that, like, she wants you to meditate and sleep on it. Like, do it in your sleep or something like that. But I don't know.
Well, I go to the abyss in my sleep. I'm looking for something a little bit more permanent, but...
Mirror?
A mirror? Okay. Do I need any particular sigils?
The sigil that would signify the opening of a portal.
Do I make it? Or could I use one that...
Make it.
Okay. Why did you want me to study vampirism?
So you could better manipulate energy.
Were you involved in Lilith coming into my life?
No.
Okay. It just seemed coincidental since she's vampiric, but... Alright.
That's just what I'm getting.
She said no?
That's just the first word that came to my head.
Okay. I believe her. How do I tap into the power of liminal spaces?
Go to the physical ones.
Like graveyards?
Yes.
When I get there, what do I do?
You could create your said portal at the liminal space.
Okay.
And use like a portable scrying mirror. What the fuck? Why is this coming to my head?
A portal with a scrying mirror. That would be difficult.
She wants you to access like the physical liminal spaces in order to channel the spiritual ones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just those are the words that come to my head.
No, no, that makes sense. It makes sense to me.
It's all coming in as my own. Like, I imagined her with me next to me, like, with her hands on me, but, like, it's all coming in as, like, my own thoughts, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What can I do to meet Cain?
Candles, offerings, meditate sigil.
You say something about a sigil?
Yeah, evocation.
What kind of offerings?
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay.
Cheese.
Hmm.
Almonds.
And what?
Almonds.
Almonds. Okay.
Tobacco.
Tobacco. Cheese, almonds, and tobacco. I think I can pull that off.
Maybe some liquor of some sort. Doesn't matter, alcohol.
Okay. Is there any way to deal with the loneliness caused by walking between worlds?
In what way do you mean loneliness?
Like, let's say you have a sliver of humanity remaining within you, and it causes you to feel bad when you're not attached in some way to another individual.
Surround yourself with your good people.
What people? If I'm walking between worlds,
Obviously, she means me. And, like, walking between worlds, I feel like that's such an abstract question.
she should understand. Being the goddess of liminal spaces. Now, well, I wouldn't expect her to understand loneliness, but
Yeah, I think that's what's, like, that's why I'm not really getting anything. So seek out people in both worlds. Your kind of people, though.
okay, in the other worlds, I know who my people are in this world. But when you say my kind of people in the other worlds, what exactly are you talking about?
She just wants you to go out and meet other spirits.
Okay.
Like, simply socialize. Just, like, say, hey.
Just walk up to a random stranger and be like, hey, I'm not from here.
Yeah, she just, like, build connections, basically. Just don't be shy. Nothing for you to really be shy about in the other world.
Don't be shy.
It's basically, like, because, like, I guess the concept of loneliness, like, she doesn't get lonely. So, like, for her, like, just have your people in both worlds.
I mean, it's practical enough. Like, it makes sense.
Because humans, even though at the end of the day we still have human souls. Well, I mean, we still have human bodies, and so, like, it's only normal that, like, humans naturally, they want companionship and, like, friends and, like, you know, people. And I feel like spirits, it can be the same way depending on what kind of spirit. Not so much gods and goddesses, but
Yeah, I've known demons that were like, they wanted like companionship or just to like have a conversation and stuff.
she's really pressing down on my forehead. Okay, she's like, it's like she's digging into my third eye.
Is she supercharging it?
I have no idea what she's doing, but there's a lot of pressure on it right now.
She did that to my heart chakra once. And it sucked because like I had mad emotions afterwards, which I don't like.
She wants you to feel them, though.
Well, I guess it was, I mean,
That's why she did it. She wanted you to feel something. She says you can't be a machine all the time.
But emotions are weakness.
No. She just said no. She's like, no. If that were the case, then gods and goddesses would be weak because they feel.
I never see a show of emotion from her.
Doesn't mean she don't feel. She's still a woman. She feels for her children. She hurts when they hurt. But, I mean, parents don't want to see their kids, like, obviously, parents, no parent will ever show their true emotions to their kids.
I don't think that's fair. Sometimes kids want emotion. Like, they want to see... I don't know. How do I explain it? How do I explain this to the goddess? Like, that's the only problem.
She says she doesn't have to show you anything.
She doesn't have to show me anything?
In terms of, like, she says that, like...
I understand. I don't mean disrespectfully.
Yeah. Well, she knows that. But, like, I guess she just means that, like, she doesn't feel the need to really show anything.
Like, there's no love lost or anything.
No, it's not. Yeah, like, it's one of those things that, like, she's nurturing and provides comfort when it's needed, but she's very, like, you know how, like, we are, like, yeah, we feel emotions, but, like, me personally, like, when I'm happy, like, I don't really show that I'm happy, you know.
Right.
So it's kind of like that in the sense that, like, yeah, she's
very in control of her emotions.
Yeah, and, like, I think it's just, like, part of her, like, and, like, it's, like, us as people, like, yeah, we don't like feeling emotions, but, like, yeah, we still feel them, and, like, she still feels them, but not as in such a complicated way as we do. Like, her emotions stem from, like, the people she protects and follows. But, like, her on her own, she's balanced. I don't know, it's like, I can't really describe it. It's like how my dad is. Like, he's very level-headed with his emotions.
Right.
But, like, he's still a very emotional person. But, like, he's very much, like, he uses logic. That's what it is. She's very logical.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I get it when she says she doesn't have to... Because it's like, what does it matter about me showing emotion as long as I take care of you, you know? So...
But she wants you to feel them. Doesn't mean you have to show them necessarily, but she wants you to, I guess, acknowledge that they're there. And she doesn't want you to bury them. Or internalize them.
Yeah, but all I feel is anger, like, most of the time. Anger and frustration. Like, how does that result in anything positive?
You have to find a way to channel it. She doesn't know how. But she says you don't know how you should channel it, but you just have to find a way to get it out. The anger.
I'm sure she knows how. She just wants me to figure it out myself. I've got a few ideas anyway. I guess that's all the questions I have right now. Is it okay if we continue to work with you in this fashion at a later point?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
She's okay with it.
Then I just want to let you know, I love you. I appreciate you.
She loves you too.
Aw. And thank you for the family I have. So
She says we've always been there. It's just a matter of It was just a matter of the timing in this lifetime.
I can understand that. Um, so with your permission, I'd like to call my little sister back.
You can let go of my forehead now.
All right, so Naomi, I know you can hear me. I'm going to do the countdown and bring you back. So 10. Mom releases you from her embrace. You leave her womb feeling empowered. The emissary returns, and Mom bids you farewell before disappearing into the darkness. 9. You begin to lift off and float towards Earth. Behind you, the moon gets smaller and smaller, yet retains its brightness. 8. The Earth gradually gets larger as you approach it. You start to make out continents and find yours. 7. Coming closer, you begin to make out cities, towns, and roads. You pick out your own town and come closer. 6. You find your building and float towards the roof. 5. Coming through the roof, you can see your body with me beside it. 4. You land near your body. 3. You lie down where your body is at and realign your astral self with it. 2. When you awaken, you will have a feeling of well-being, but also be tired enough to have a good night's rest tonight. And 1. Slowly open your eyes and return to full alertness.
Damn, like the pressure off my forehead's gone now. Yeah, it's so weird. Like the answers I wanted to come out, I was just like, I was like fighting it because I was just like, it's not my thought, is it? It took her a minute to come up with like a portal.
I think the reason is because they have to figure out how to translate magic into human ways of doing things. Because like when I talk to Lilith, I would ask her how to do certain things, and it would take her a minute to like figure it out, or she would just straight up say, "I don't know."
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was getting at, honestly. It was cool though, because like imagine like it was like I felt her like, and then like my chest went down. Like, did you notice that? Like how it went down when she like stopped. It was like weird. It was like really weird. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm happy to show you anything, basically. That's basically what I got at.
Yeah.
But I think it's like one of those things, like she doesn't want us to worry about her. You know?
What's it to worry about?
That's the thing. She doesn't want it, like, she doesn't, it's all about us.
Well, it's it's not necessarily that I'm worried. It's just kind of like I'm just used to communicating in a human way. And it's kind of like I understand that she's a goddess. And when I communicate with her in non-human forms, I don't feel like I have any problem. But it's like when she comes in human form and does something like doesn't blink or doesn't show any emotion, I think that makes me react in a subconscious way where it's just like,
You know
I
why?
guess in my head, like, this isn't right.
It reminds you of you to an extent. Because you're pretty emotionless sometimes, you know? I mean, that's good or a bad thing. Like, you don't really, like, I hate when people are super emotional. Ugh. You know, it's gross. You know? But, like, so, and I think you probably picked up that from her.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things are.
But, like, I think that's just, like, how she is. She's like, you know how autistic people don't really show emotion. Not saying that she's like an autistic person, but like, you know, it's just like, maybe it's because like I have a lot of, I'm German, so like I have a lot of like my German Uncle Klaus. Like he's really intimidating. Like he doesn't like. I've seen him maybe smile like a handful of times, but he's like so quiet and like he doesn't show any emotion ever. And he's like, I don't know, it's really intimidating. I don't know. I have really strict. My parents are really strict, so like, I'm the type of person I don't question authority because I was taught to blindly follow it. So, no, that's like part of my trauma too.
Well, that's something we're gonna have to throw out the window.
Yeah, but
Because now is definitely the time to
that's
rebel against authority.
rebel against. Actually, I can't rebel against authority.
Yeah, all this fuck shit the government is doing, vaccination mandates and bullshit. Like, nah, that's not kosher. And then sometimes you have parents that treat you like shit, like they're just toxic as fuck. So it requires rebelling against.
True. You like my jar?
Yeah, you make pretty jars. You make pretty jars with your little girl magic.
If I'm gonna have them in my house, they might as well be cute, right?
I'm more about practicality.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not like one of those aesthetic witches, but I try to make it as aesthetic as possible. Like putting on TikTok, all that. I like the idea of doing all that stuff.
Unlike Tiamat, Hekate chose to tell Naomi what to say rather than possess her. This is interesting because it's her normal way of communicating personally with Naomi. She may have done this with Naomi's comfort in mind since her energy can be overwhelming at times. Here we see a limitation. Also, we see a limitation of the gods, even the old ones. They simply do not understand what it is to be human. They don't understand some of our feelings, such as loneliness, or some of the terms that we may use. With Tiamat, I had to explain what dragons meant, and now with Hekate, I had to explain what loneliness was like. Um, However, we do see that they have feelings and can be affected by us. Hekate cares about her children, and she stated that she feels what they feel, which is, um, as a true mother, would be like. We also get subtle hints to Hekate's neutrality when it comes to human morals. When she guided me to vampirism, she didn't place limitations on what I could do, but simply stated she wanted me to have a better understanding of energy manipulation. In other news, I am publishing a book. It's going to be self published. It's called The Grimoire of Damnation. And it's going to be for people who are somewhat experienced and adept in magic. It can be used by beginners, but some certain techniques will be assumed that the reader knows, such as visualization skills, as well as some simple energy manipulation techniques. But the whole goal of the book is to reach spiritual evolution and connect with your higher self. So that is what the rituals will be leading up to. Um, I can't give you a date right now. I'm just working on getting them physically printed, and when they arrive, I will be able to let you know that they will be for sale. Just let you know that right now they're not going to be in high quantity, but I'm going to try to have them available indefinitely so that people who are either new to my channel or who don't yet have copies will be able to have them um, at their leisure. But I do ask for your patience. Uh, I do plan on publishing more books and building off of that one. So if you do plan on buying books from me, I do recommend that you buy this one first because everything else may be building off of that one. And I just hope that people are able to be successful at their magic, to reach their goals magically, to become enlightened, awakened, and hopefully through that we can make society a little bit better and make sure that this world isn't as shitty as it is right now. So uh, that's all I have to say. Um, I just hope that everybody's having a good night and that everybody is practicing, everybody is staying inspired, everybody is reading up and researching on what they're doing instead of just listening to what somebody has to say and taking it for gospel truth. Um, so I like to just tell the people that have reached out to me, I really appreciate the conversations. Everybody's been really supportive, but I'm also glad that I've been able to help others and be supportive myself. So thank you for allowing me to have this mutually beneficial relationship with you. And thank you for continuing to inspire me to make content to help those who are either new to magic or who are looking for validation or who are just looking to get into the darkness. So thank you, and I'll talk to you later.